Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. It's Thursday. Making sure you can hear me. I see the little thing jumping. I see the screen resolving. All right. So, hi, everybody. How's it going? Hello, Kodiak. How are you? Kind of a weird thing going on tonight because I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So we're just going to kind of take a stab at a few things. I'd like to start off by saying that there's a link in the description. If you're watching this on VOD later, please check out the link in the description. Friend of the channel, Josh Gilson, you can check out his site. He's joshgilson.com. He is a web developer and sometimes graphic designer who runs his own business. He had a heart attack on Sunday. He is currently stable, but he is being transferred from the hospital up north, where I live downtown, to do further tests and find out what they can do to help him. So the link in the description of the video is to a GoFundMe that would help raise money for medical bills, because we live in that era where, you know, people have to help people and insurance doesn't do crap. So give if you can. I know some of you probably already know about this, so I'm not going to dwell on it. But yeah, links in the description. $10, $20. I think they're looking to raise 10,000, and I think they were at 8,000 something. Last I checked, so he should be okay. And I talked to him. He's doing okay. Some weird electrical problem with his heart, and it wasn't pumping everything out, and there was fluids where there shouldn't be fluids, so kind of bad juju. So hope he pulls through. Josh, if you're watching, I hope you pull through. Josh has been great for this channel. He had the extra diffuser lights that he wasn't using anymore, so he dropped off a couple of years ago. He didn't do the logo, but he cleaned up the logo for the channel, and then did the font work and everything for the channel as well. So he did a lot for this channel, and I'm hoping he pulls through. But I did talk to him, and he seems to be in good spirits and everything. It's just crazy because he's younger than I am, but you just never know. It's not like he lived poorly. He was just a freak of biology kind of thing. So anyway, and I'm going to have pour some out for Josh. Drinking Thirsty Goat tonight. Just had some in the fridge. The next thing that I'd like to talk about, this isn't completely done, but it's pretty close, and I'm kind of excited about it. So, absolutely nobody requested this, but this was on my list of designs that I wanted to get done, and I had most of the parts. I had to order like 4 parts. So, I just dropped it. So this is a Legends era ship, which you probably recognize if you are a fan of the not Heir to the Empire, but the Dark Empire series. Beautiful artwork. This has also been in some video games. I don't remember which, but anyway, it does need some pieces. But this is an i7 Howler. I'm going to put on the build camera here so you can see. Actually, no, because I've got something that I'm going to talk about later. But this is an i7 Howler. Or not Howler, Howl Runner. It's missing 2 things on the front here. Some inverted, those ice cream cones, get black ice cream cones. And then it's missing a couple orange tiles. But that's it. That's basically the Howl Runner. Also, if you can tell, I don't know if it'll focus, the gross yellowed out white bricks and plates. I've got to replace those. The other half of my Lego studio is in the dark. Hey, Mr. Life 808, how's it going? So I got to replace the white with non-yellowed, and then I got to make sure to dump those in some peroxide and let them sit in the sun. But I figured I had most of the parts for this, so go ahead and build it. So that's what I got. So that's the i7 Howl Runner. Where is Candace? Don't know Candace. I know a Candace who streams Neat. All right. Well, that's great. So I'm going to go to build camera here. There is a lady at my work whose son is of age to get rid of his Lego. So she knew I was into it, so she asked me if I wanted it all, and I was thinking that I might get like a bag of Mixels and some Minecraft sets and something. What I ended up getting was seriously like 2 big plastic totes full of Lego. So I was going to flex a little on some of these sets just to show you what was in it. So I had never seen this set before. This is a Justice League set, and it's still got Cyborg and Green Arrow in there. It's a Darkseid invasion, and the Darkseid figure I have over here too, and it also comes with like a little chopper of some kind. So this was in there, and I'm going to keep rolling off screen to put these away. Got some of these are in like pretty decent shape. Some of them are missing a few pieces. It did come with the big old Hulk Darkseid figure, so that's pretty cool. I don't know what version of A-Wing this is. I mean, I've kept track, so but it's mostly complete. It's missing a couple things like that. And a lot of these pieces came off in the box. I'm sure I've got them somewhere, but they're just, I haven't put it all together yet. This is as far as I've got today. Got a Tri-Droid Starfighter, the Interceptor class droid. It's missing one of its things over here, but I kind of think I know where that is. I haven't gone through the instructions yet to see what else it's missing. And these are the sets that were mostly put together. Slug Tank, the CIS droid tank. I think this is all here. It's missing some tiles right there, but I think for the most part it's together. So that's pretty cool. It's missing that one gun right there, but it still has the tread and these nice big dishes like that. So I don't know if I'm going to keep any of these together once I've got them all put together from the boxes, but some good pieces at least so far. This is also great. I forgot to show you this. The wings go up like that, and then it's got like bombs in there or something. It's got room for more people to sit, and it's got a bomb bay door on the bottom. But these pieces right here, these are great. Trans red open round plates. I've never seen those before, so I'm very excited about that. Pretty decent cockpit. I don't think I've got that cockpit canopy, so that's pretty cool. Some of these nice tiles right there. All right, what else? We also got an MTT. There's been several versions of MTTs. This is one of the smaller, newer ones. This is one that's got like a whole bunch of stuff. Like it flips open and there's the STAP flyer in the back, and there's like a guy in here. There's a commander in there. This thing flips open and there's, you can see the laser shooters in there. It actually does open in the front. I don't want to break it. I think it opens in the front. I think you have to open that, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it cranks out and those lower down. Oh no, it's on the side here. So yeah, this has that thing that lowers down. So, I mean, this pretty much came as is. I think it's missing a few parts on the sides, but for the most part, it's all there. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, what else? This guy, Kylo Ren's command shuttle, this is the first iteration. And this is, you know, the wings still work, right? It is missing a few things. I have to find out where they are. These are all very dusty and very covered in some sort of cotton, maybe like a pillow, something. So this was included. This isn't the one where I think the wings do this, but they at least go up. So that was all there. Got a couple pilots and a commander in there for figs. So this lady that I work with, a few years ago, she said, I've got all this Lego for my son, and do you want it? And I'm like, sure. And she gave me one box and it had a bunch of stuff in it. So I went through and dug out all the minifigs, some good minifigs. And then there's a bunch of half sets. Like, I'm like, I can tell that this is missing some stuff. I mean, like, this is all I could find of an LAAT, the gunship, and some extra bags. So, like, I'm pretty sure this is part of it, and this, but this is it for the LAAT. So, like 2 years go by, and she says, I still have some more. Do you want it? I'm like, yeah, sure. And so it's another giant box of stuff. And I start getting more and more parts. And I was like, man, there's a lot in here. So then there's, which I already have this set. So far, these are all sets I hadn't had, right? These are all new, right? I've had this one. This is just a Mos Eisley with the speeder. I don't know what's missing in here. There's a couple of figures kind of crammed in there. This looks like, I just now noticed that. I think that's a Weeping Angel. So there may be some Doctor Who sets in there. Yeah, that's part of a Weeping Angel. And then there's one figure from the band and a mouse droid. And then Han and Greedo are in there, so that's cool. And I think I already pulled out Luke and Obi-Wan for the speeder. But again, this is a set I've already got. So that's all parts. There's a lot of pieces for this in there, and I had to look this up because I'm not a big comic book set fan. So this is like the Funhouse of Horror or something. It's a Batman set. So it's got Joker, and it's got, I think, Harley Quinn. Yeah, so I mean, there's other bits that come with this scattered throughout the rest of the box of stuff. This is as much as I've been able to figure out that's in there. So there's that one. This little guy here is a wingless snow speeder, except it's put together weird in that I don't know which version of snow speeder it is, because this piece right here means it's one version, but this print on this, unless that's a sticker. That's a sticker. That sticker means it's a different version. So I don't know which version this is. I may have to look at the seat coloring and whatever. So I'm sure the rest of the wings are in there somewhere, or they're in a follow-up box. Like, she's already said that there's another box coming, and I'm like, Jesus. Then there's this, which is partially put together, and this is the Lonely Mountain. This is a Hobbit set, and it's mostly there. There's another pillar on this side, and there's a lot that comes on the top here, and I think this part goes with it somewhere. There's like a big pulley system that has a thing going across the top. That's mostly there, but I don't remember getting any Hobbit figures. So again, maybe in another box. So there's that one. So I started feeling kind of bad because there was all this Lego, and she kept saying, no, we're trying to get rid of it. We don't want it. I was like, oh God, you gotta let me pay for at least the bulk of it, right? Like if I was just buying bulk parts. So I finally convinced her to let me pay. I Venmo'd her son some money because he's going on a trip. He's in late teens, early 20s, and he's going on a trip. And I was like, let me send him some money for his trip. Let's just do that. So he's going to France, so I sent him a message in French, what little French I had. Then there's this, which I was very excited about. Now, this is ATTE, right? So this is all that I could figure was part of this set. There's still some pieces that need to go on it, like the cannons need to go on the back here like that. Some stuff needs to go on the front. The cockpit piece needs to go on the front. These side panels need to go on. But there is... Oh, I may have already taken it out. There is another... Yeah, I already removed it. But there was a whole other group of parts that were ATTE parts. There were more of these discs, these dishes that were printed like that, and there were more feet. So with the dishes and then the 4-prong thing, and there was a piece that went back here that was on another version. So this guy had 2 of these walkers. Hopefully in the next set or in the next batch, if I get those, and I'm not going to be cranky if I don't, because I just take these apart anyway. But I'd love to be able to put at least one together and see it in person. So there's that. And then there's this, which is another kind of weird little set. It's called like Escape from Lake Town or Escape on Lake Town or something. It's another Hobbit set. And you can kind of see how dusty. They've just been sitting there for a while. I haven't gone through and dusted these really yet. Greg Dillian 117, how's it going, Greg? But that's, that's fun. That's some good looking work right there. My thoughts on the gunship are that I hope it's good. I am not going to be really sad if I don't get it. I'm hung up on something. I don't think everybody should be getting all bent out of shape about not having any figures because it's a UCS gunship, or because it's a UCS set. And generally UCS sets are not meant to come with figures. The figures that they do come with are decorative, right? It's not a play set. So like the Tumbler came with a Batman and a Joker. The A-Wing came with an A-Wing pilot. The gunship will come with Mace Windu and a clone. Yes, it could have been a clone pilot. We understand. But at the same time, it's kind of like you're building it because it's a display piece. If you want figures, go back and get the original gunship. All the figures are there. Or just go buy the figures. I got another bit of... This is some weird castle set that's got a lot of booby traps in it. I have no idea what it is. It's mostly put together. But, like, you can see a big spider web right there, and there's a bunch of stuff that swings with blades on it and stuff. So I can't wait to figure out what this is and kind of put it together because it looks fun. Lastly, almost every, what was this? It's not Egypt. It's a Pharaoh's Quest. Right? This is almost every Pharaoh's Quest. And I didn't think I thought this was one big set, like a big pyramid or something, but it turns out it's like 5 little sets. And Pharaoh's Quest didn't make very many large sets. So this is probably 4 or 5 different sets in here. The Cobra one is in here. There's one with like a plane, and there's one with a couple cars, and yeah, might be Monster Fighters, that castle one, not sure. So there's a lot in here. And then the rest of this, like I think there's a police station, or a bat cave, because I saw there was one with like the trans blue panels, and one of them had Bane on it, so I think that's a bat cave. There's still just like a box of parts to go, they're loose parts or they're in small clumps, and I have no idea what they are. So that's a lot of fun. I am swimming in it over here. I really need to. This is also on the heels of August 1st, when everybody planned on well, not everybody, but I know a lot of people planned on going and getting a lot of the stuff that's coming out too. So it's like got all this stuff to churn through, new sets coming out. It's going to be crazy. I may have to stop buying stuff for like a year because this is just nuts. Oh, yeah, Kodiak, you might want to do that. That sounds scary. Any chance of a Brick Rodeo walkthrough episode? If I was going to Brick Rodeo, I'm not. I'm in Austin. I had to make a choice of either going to Kentucky with Beth or going to Brick Rodeo because I wasn't going to do a week away and then be here for 3 days and then go to Houston for 4 days because that would have been expensive. So Arctic Fox Gaming, hello, thank you for being here. In case everybody missed it, I know I just went through a giant haul, but I'm mostly proud of my little i7 Howl Runner, which, yes, I know these yellowed bricks are going to be changed. I get it. But I'm waiting on a couple pieces for the blasters, a couple of those inverted cones, ice cream cones, and then just a couple orange tiles. And that's your Legends. This was the Empire's version of a basically an X-wing. Like, they were gonna do away with TIE fighters, and they came up with this ship, and it was gonna be a space superiority fighter to combat X-wings, and it just never really took off. So it was built by the same company who built X-wings, but then that company, it's not Sinar Fleets, it's Incom something. It is they defected. And when they defected, that's how the Rebels got the X-Wing. But before that, some of the people who still worked for Incom developed this ship, the i7 Howl Runner. So yeah, it's the same coloring and it's delta shape, so it does kind of look like a snowspeeder, but it's not. In fact, let's see if we can pull this up. I'm not going to install a new update for Vivaldi, but thank you. So yeah, this is an i7 Howl Runner. It actually looks a lot like a it's not the Hatchet Fighter, the Thunder Fighter from Buck Rogers. So if you looked up Thunder Fighter, it would have 2 wings down here instead of 1, but you know, that's kind of what that is. There you go. So the Fig is just a TIE pilot. I was going to do a TIE pilot with like gray arms or something to kind of distinguish it from just any other TIE pilot, but it's just a TIE pilot. I don't know what version this is. This may be Rebels. A Rebels TIE pilot, but I don't know. So yeah, this is, I mean, it doesn't look like it, but it is a Galactic Empire ship. It is not a Rebel ship. So there you go. And again, Pretzel rocks. You let me down with this music. Why does it not? Okay, thanks. Just these giant gaps in between. So the rest of the hour, for about an hour, there's a couple designs that I'd like to get instructions for. So for the rest of the time, we're just going to chill. Oh, sure. Let's update Studio while everybody's just sitting here waiting. I got a DM from a couple people asking about some ships and getting them up on Rebrickable, so I'm going to do instructions for them. So the first one being, I think it was Fennec Shan's, or was it? Oh, it was the Justifier's Cad Bane ship. And the Silver Angel. So let's start with the Silver Angel. I like that one. Uh-oh. Which one is the one that was... Okay, cool. Now I want to know what those other two were. So if you don't know what the Silver Angel is, it was the ship that the Martinez, or the Martez sisters had. It was Trace and Rafa Martez. I don't think there's any difference. I think this is just a recovered file. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So let's clean this up a little bit. Let's actually, I can't do that. What is the other one? Wow, they're all the exact same. Okay, well, right on. Let's get rid of 2 of those. Cancel. And yeah, so this is just going to be doing some instructions on this. This is where it's going to get super chill and kind of boring. So if you're here on Twitch or on YouTube, I appreciate you being here. Cheers. So yes, the other thing that's starting right now is Brick Rodeo in Houston. The texlug event is starting tonight. And some people are already in town. The conventioners experience part of it is today and tomorrow. And then the public days are then Saturday and Sunday. Oh. Well, this will help a little bit. So let's do this because you guys can't really see that very well. Does that work a little better? There's not really anything over here. Oh, thanks. Because we're just doing instructions, so it doesn't really matter. I thought it was, when I originally started doing it, it was. Now I feel like I have to like tell it to play every time. It seems like last time I was using it, it played like 3 songs and then it would stop. And then it would play 3 songs and then it would stop. I'm like, I'm going to go back to Stream Beats if this is, I don't have to sit here and remind the app to keep playing music. All right, so this is a little weird because this one's got a bunch of slopes on the bottom that I want to get rid of. And see what's under here to start off with. So we'll hide those. Hide. All right. So these 2 will go first. And we're gonna do step view. If you guys haven't, Arctic Fox Gaming, thank you very much. Go check out Kodiak Brick's channel. He's just put up a couple vids. One of which features yours truly, and it's about studio. It's a studio tutorial stuff. So if you're looking to get into designing your own Lego models, that'd be a good place to start. I was thinking of doing that myself, doing some tutorial videos, and then I realized I'm not good at making videos. So there's that. Can I just hide? So then those 2 will come next. Oh, those need to be together somehow. This is going to be an interesting thing to figure out if what I built will survive. Because I don't, as it is now, it's not looking like it. Because none of these things are keeping those 2 pieces together. Oh, that is though. Brilliant. So I'm gonna do these 3. 3, yeah. Yeah, see, we just got a new song. I don't understand it. So this is gonna be a step where it goes these 2, then these 2, then turn it upside down and do those 2, and then come back up here and do that. Instructions are not glamorous. It is stupid work that needs to be done. Doing God's work here. But hopefully I can get a couple done today, and then I can put them all up on Rebrickable, and then you can all go buy them for $1. Yeah, there's lots of slopes on this. There's lots there. And these aren't super cheap either. The tan, those aren't super cheap. Those are a little cheaper. But I mean, you know, these right there, those are the money slopes. I'll tell you what. Those go next. I need to do a new step. Do that and that, not that, and that. So you can see this is a weird because this is 3 wide, and then she's going to sit on these jumpers, so that allows her to sit there. But now everything is like 3 and 5 wide, so it's a little weird. Oh, there's nothing for those guys to sit on. All right then. Well, that step was garbage. So I think what I'm going to have to do now is do a step in between here in which all of these guys get put in. Let's not do all of them. No, let's do all of them. We're all going to be grown-ups. We all know what the... Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now, that step. Brilliant. Then that step. Brilliant. All right. And I think then... There's a... I should come up with a list of questions to ask you guys. Oh, that reminds me. Coming up August 8th, reminder that the 70, now it's billed as the 78 hour, but it's the 72 hour Lego live stream event, August 8th. Starting Thursday night at like 8 p.m. or maybe even 6 p.m. and going till Sunday midnight. And this is Central Time, so if you're watching from, I know Walter's from Portugal, and we got a couple other people who are not Central Time people, East Coast, West Coast, whatever. So I think it's UTC -6, although we're in standard daylight time, so it might be UTC -5 at this point. August 8th is my slot, 10 a.m., so the regular Sunday time. And I hope to have some guests on, and we're going to do some fun stuff. There may be Lego building, there may not be Lego building. We shall just have to see, won't we? Because I'm not telling people what it's going to be. I will tell the people who are going to be on it what it's going to be, but that's it. Alright, so is that going to be too confusing if I do that? What's in here? Okay. And again, I usually try to build in from the bottom up and the back to the front. So if you're holding it at an angle, you know, you're looking at it like this. Go up and from the back, so nothing's obscured as you're looking at it, because it can be kind of confusing if something gets put in behind it and the step asks you for that and you don't have any idea what they're doing, what they're asking for. Yes, it will be fun. It shall be fun. Do not question, just enjoy yourself. Please say put a step in there. Nice. Okay. I may end up just turning it. And then I think there's going to be another. Yep. Ah! That was the wrong key. There's a minimize everything key right above the escape key. And so if you're used to just drifting your hand up there and finding the uppermost, upper leftmost key, that's the one that minimizes everything. So sorry if everything went away for a second. Make sure I get a step in there. New song. And that step went to the bottom. Dumb thing. Feels like I Don't Know You. Deepness remix by House on Fire. House Haus. I feel like this is the Bobby Hill song. I don't know you. Let go my purse. Right? That's Bobby Hill, right? It's been a very long time since I've seen King of the Hill. Okay. I don't know you. Let go my purse. Yeah, 3.5 studs wide. I like doing them because it's a good size for a microfighter. It gives the figure a bit of breathing room, so it's not like they're smashed in with the sides like right there. Gives them a little bit of room to kind of like look like they're part of the set without being smashed in there. And it's a good like it gives you a little more wiggle room to like have single option axles or something to hold on thrusters. Or the problem is if you find something later, like you'll see here, this is 4 wide, so you have to transition, right? You got to go from 5 to 4. So it's fun, but it's not always. I had a, let's see. This was another 5 wide that I did. Switch to build camera. So this was another one that I don't think was as successful, but this is my whatever. It's a Moncal, but I forget what the build is. It's an MC. I don't think it's an 80. MC75 maybe. This is the Profundity, right? Ooh, and I just noticed that there's a giant. Huh, that's interesting. This is the Profundity with Admiral Raddus from Rogue One. This is Scarif, if you haven't seen this one before. So there's, you know, a little Star Destroyer and a little shuttle and just some other ships and stuff flying around. But you can see that this is a 5 wide here, and then this is a 4 wide. So the transition is basically these 2 neck pieces and a pin into a Technic piece. Hey, Brad's Life. So there is a gap. You can see the gap in there because the neck pieces make a gap. But that is a very solid version of that. I have also a GR75 that's kind of the same thing, but it only has 1 Technic pin in here, so it spins. You have to kind of line it up. It's real pretty to look at, but once you start making it try to be swooshable, it kind of drifts on you a little bit. Oh, no problem. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being the rag on the rag. All right, so back to design. Everybody can see this. Let me know if you can't see anything or if the sound is off or anything like that. Cheers, Brad. Happy almost weekend. All right, so we're here. I don't think I have anything in here. Yeah, that's blank. So the transition for this is going to be right in here. We can almost pull this whole thing off. And you can see it's a little funky. There's going to be a one of these guys attached to one of these guys. Actually, it's going to be two of these guys. So it's going to line up like this, and then this guy's going to go here, and then that's your transition. So it's a little funky. Brad, you missed it, but if you're on the AFOLs of Facebook group on Facebook, I also posted up there. I just like flexed on this whole haul that I got for, it basically ended up costing me $100 because I sent the kid $100. They weren't asking for anything, but I'm just like, I cannot just take this from you guys. This is way too much. Thank you. Thank you, Arctic Fox Gaming. AFG. Thank you, AFG. All right. The only problem with this is that there's nothing under here. I guess that's not a problem because it's hidden. All right. So this is going to start getting a little complicated because I can't see in there. So, but I want to build this out now. So new step. And I think we'll just do the derp, 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 derp. We'll do that next. This is the only downside of the because I have a different process than like Kodiak does of how to do this. He's dealing with much larger sets. So I think his method's probably a little different than mine. But the only downside to do this is now I gotta re-hide all this to get to the pieces that I want. Actually, dang it. Yeah, let's do these four are all going to be together. I'm thinking about a call out, which means this needs to be a group. So that's a group. And then because I want to be able to use the group twice, gotta copy it here and then paste it. But I have to be able to see in here too. Now the reason I do that is because later I can tell already in the instructions that I'm going to do this as a call out, which is those little boxes as part of the instructions on a page, and then it's going to have a ×2. If I have two different groups, I can't do a ×2 because then on the next page, the second of those groups will show up. So if I want just one thing that says ×2, if I copy it, and you can see over here where it says submodel group, these both say 1. If there was a submodel group 1 and then a submodel group 2, the software has to display both of those. You can't hide it for some reason. But if I just have 1 in there copied, it's too dumb and it doesn't know that I've got to put 2 of these on the page. It just thinks that there's 1, so you can get away with that. Brad, I basically got a ton of crap. So, Kylo Ren's command shuttle, the gray one, an MTT, a newer one, smaller one, a version of an A-wing, a tri-droid, the CIS interceptor droid, a droid tank, the slug tank, the dark side invasion, which is a jet and then like a little rotor helicopter thing, an ATTE, maybe 2 if I go through the parts all right, Escape from Lake Town or something on Lake Town from The Hobbit, Lonely Mountain from The Hobbit, Funhouse DC set, a Batman set, a bunch of Pharaoh's Quest sets, and then some kind of maybe Monster Hunter set. That's all so far. It's just a lot. No, it wasn't all sealed. This all was like some kid's collection over the past like 5 or so years. And he grew up and he is going on a trip and then moving out. And his parents are like, do you want all this Lego? And he says no. And so the lady was like, well, I know a guy at work who collects and builds Lego, so we're just going to give it to him. And so like I said earlier, I was like, I have to give them something. I give them $100 because I'm like, I can't just take this. So, but it's a lot, and most of it I'm going to tear apart anyway. But I want to get some of it built first because I think the ATTs would be fun. I think the Kylo command shuttle would go well with the other Kylo command shuttle as a display for any, you know, for a length of time. But yeah. And I never get hauls like that. Like I don't ever, I can never find them on Craigslist where they're not like wicked expensive. So this was kind of nice to get. Okay, now this is going to be tricky because this is going to be... This brick needs to go in here next. Nope. I guess it doesn't. That's what I was doing. Consarn it. Those went in here. And then I need to do another, and then that one. Where did that munchkin go? Yeah, it's a lot. And they weren't sealed, and they were very dusty, and some of them are a little faded, and I'm pretty sure I might be missing some, but I mean, I got most of the figures with it. So, I mean, and any Lego is good Lego, you're right. All right, so those two are done, and then we can do these two guys. Got to do another step. These two guys, and then another step. All right, so that's done. So that was my best way to sort of put in, like it's basically like a divot in the front of the ship, almost like a deflector shield from Star Trek, where there's just kind of that divot where it's got something in there. Yeah, yard sales I find are hit and miss, and I've just never been successful with them. I've also never really been successful with Goodwill, because I know Goodwill can do some stuff if you hit it right, but I've never been able to like get to it. You know, if I honestly I don't look at Goodwill too much. I probably should. What I'd really like to, and I've been trying to do this more. I'm going to do this as a call out. So that's going to be a group. And then that's going to be a group. I'm just going to do call outs for those. What was I saying? I'd like to be able to, on Bricklink, to do a search, just like a constant search for people selling like bagged up sets that have no box, no instruction, maybe have the minifigs, but for the most part, you know, they're just, I put it together and I took it apart and now it's in a bag. And I'm like, I'll take it. Anyway, I think that'd be fun. So here's another question. The Goodwills near me is all garbage. Yeah, I've got like 3 within driving distance. There's probably 5 in Austin and Pflugerville. But it's hit and miss. It really is. Like it's all in the auction section. Like you just can't go in and go, oh, look at these toys. It's all in the auction section. And invariably it's like, well, it's a box of stuff back there. You can't even like look at it to kind of make a bid. It's just like box Lego, and you're like, ugh, it could be a box of Connects for all I know. So let's talk about saving this. was just going to bring something up. Now I can't remember what it is. It must have been a lie. Oh, two things until I remember what the other thing is. Did y'all get your sexy new all black adults only Lego catalog? Weirdest thing ever. I didn't know it was a thing, and then a lug member posted his on Instagram, and I'm like, what? And let me see. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab it. Pause. And of course, that's when the music decides not to play. I think maybe if like my phone goes off. So, this is it. Adults welcome. It comes from your local store. So Barton Creek Square in Austin, Texas. That's my local store. I'm not going to show my address on here, but anyway. So that's the back. It's got a QR code. I don't know what you would do. But then it's like really thick paper. Right? It's like real thick paper and real like glossy on the inside. It's only like 6 pages. Maybe more than that. 17, 18, 19. 19 pages plus cover. But let's look at the sets, shall we? Now keep in mind, this just came into my mailbox like 2 days ago. I don't check my mail every day. But, so, typewriter, don't have that yet. Shuttle, got it. Rocket came out like 4 years ago, got it. This has been out forever. These are two that I just want that one. I have that. Don't want that. Don't want that. I mean, I want them, but whatever. I don't want the apartment, but I do have the coffee shop. Got that one. Don't have that one. Kind of want it. Have that one. And then don't have the rest of these. Have that one. Yes, ma'am. Huh?
Did you open a bottle of bourbon?
No, it's Thirsty Goat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looks like bourbon.
It's just a lager or an ale.
Lager.
Are you going to bed?
Yeah, because my headache came back. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I will be done in 26 minutes or 36
I'm
minutes.
just gonna let you know I might be asleep by the time.
And I'll come check on you.
Yeah, just check on me. I'll be fine.
Okay. Cool. Love.
So you went on?
Brad.
Hi, Brad.
And Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Kodiak. Arctic Fox Gaming was on earlier. Travis was on earlier. And that's it.
Oh.
Greg Dillian. And then we got some dude earlier, Mr. Life 808, says, where's Candace? And I said, Candace. And they said, Candace, dick fit in your mouth?
Oh.
I'm like, all right, well, that's...
Sounds like a true fan.
Yeah, that's coming off Twitch, so that was slick. Brad says hi.
Hi, Brad.
Yeah, all right, I'll be done in a half hour. Love you too. So this catalog basically is, hey, you're an adult fan of Lego. You probably have most of these. Isn't it cool? Right? I'm trying to think of the person who goes to the Lego store, says that they're an adult, or buys something and registers themselves as an adult to where Lego gets their address to send them this catalog. They look through it and go, look at all this cool stuff. I haven't seen most of these before. I'm trying to think if anybody that I know gets this. I think you have to have gone to a Lego store to get it in the first place. And then doesn't know what's in here. It just seems really weird. It's like reverse marketing. It's like we already know all these things. They've been in most catalogs, like regular catalogs. I get the idea is to cater to a little bit to the adult fans of Lego, and that's great. But this doesn't offer anything. It's just fun looking. So I'm wondering if these are going to just regular, I stopped by the mall, I got my kids something. While I was there, they got my mailing address, which is weird because you don't give them your mailing address. How do they get, this comes from the store. So I don't know who's getting these, and I don't know why they're being sent. It's just really weird. I mean, it's quality printing, and it's quality, like, binding and paper, and it probably cost quite a bit to do that. It's just really, really weird. I might just, like, leave it at a friend's house and just be like, hey, I know you're not really into Lego, but look at some of the stuff you can get if you're an adult fan of Lego. I don't know. Next time I'm at somebody's house, which will be never. All right, so back to this. So now we can talk about the Seinfeld set, y'all. Who's getting the Seinfeld set? Besides me. I woke up to an email that said, hey, VIP access to this set. And I'm like, what? I said, what? And they're like, yeah. Remember Seinfeld? I'm like, I do. It was one of my favorite shows. More so than Friends. And they're like, well, sweet. Because I knew it was coming out. I just didn't know, like, when it was coming out. So this was kind of... I woke up and went, spend. So... hopefully those points will kick in. Get a few extra points before I drop a ton of money on Star Wars stuff August 1st. The magazines normal come from the stores. Like the regular catalogs. But I mean, the regular catalogs also have these exact same things in them. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Anything else under there? Yes, there is. Look at that. I missed a step. Oh, this can go here as well, I guess. Yeah, that's good. I would rather get Star Wars things. I think it's going to be fun because I loved Seinfeld, and I'm going to love putting it together with all the references. And I think it'll give me an excuse to maybe pull my friend set out and display it somewhere a little more prominent. Because right now it's stuck on a shelf behind me over here. With like there's nothing going on back there. But maybe if I could move it out here so when people come over they can see that and the Seinfeld set. That would be alright. But yeah, it looks fun. I'm hoping they don't do like a bunch of them. You know, where it's like... Because I didn't get the other Friends set with the coffee... With the, that probably would have been better to go here and here. Let's put... Where was that one? Step 12? So, but I also think I might, now I'm like, do I get that truck? I think I might need another piece in here. Nah, that should be alright. Yeah, why don't we stick another piece in there? Let's go back a few steps. I don't like the fact that it's... Modified brick. Okay, so... Yes, thank you. Okay, so I need this color brick. There we go. And let's color this a different color because it's going to be on the inside. So let's just do black. That'll be nice. Okay. So that's taken care of. And then we go back down here and we've got that. So we do that. Wait, I want to go back further. So I got those two. Those two. Okay, cool. And then we're back down to this guy. And there's another plate in here. That one. Which shall go here. Brilliant! Now there shouldn't be anything in between there, yeah, because it won't... I guess I could put a... It don't matter. It's going to be covered. Yes, I would rather get Star Wars things. I'm also probably going to get the old truck, the old pickup. That just looked really neat. It looked like it'd be a fun one to do. So I'm going to get that one too. I'm really hoping that's it for the year. Beth's going to put me on a moratorium for buying stuff, and she should. Most Marvelous Mox. Hello! Thank you for being here. Cheers. We're working on the Silver Angel. Yeah, I'm glad that it spaced it out so I can at least... Although they'll do a thing where it's like, hey, happy August 3rd, 2 weeks away from VIP points. Do you want that truck now, VIP person? Be like, oh, yeah, please. Just take all the monies. I can't make the stream. RIP. Wish I could stay. Yeah, thanks for coming by. I'm here Thursday nights at 8 and Sunday mornings at 10 every time. So anytime that you're online and want to check out something weird like this, please feel free to come by. My day is great. Thank you for asking. How is your day? What was I looking up? Nothing. Everything I need is right here. That's what I was looking up. Okay, so... Fantastic. Fantastic. As they say in the North. Every planet's got a North. Fantastic. Oh, the new camper van. So, I've got a camper van. I have the T1 camper van. I almost feel like I should sell it so I can get the second one. What do you think the hardest ship to design Star Wars? Are you talking this scale? Minifig scale? Or just like in general? In Lego? I'm going to say that they haven't done it yet because it's probably complicated, but why not just say that the Lucre Hulk battleship? Since they haven't done one yet, it's got to be the most complicated ever. Because they haven't done it. I'm stalling here because I'm trying to figure out if I want to do these side bits or the back end first. Oh, this is such a cheap move on my part. Yeah, we're going to do this. That's actually a tile? They call that a tile? Interesting. Minifig scale ship, I think... I don't know that I've ever had a problem putting one together. Like it was flimsy or fell apart. The early 99, 2000 ships that were rushed out were very, very bad. In comparison to like what we have now. But to be honest, they none of them were like very complicated. I think probably the most complicated things they've ever done in terms of Star Wars were the Droidekas, were the destroyer droids. Because they had to design something in Technic that mimicked them rolling, and then it had to hit a trigger, and then had to pop open and look like the thing. I thought that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in Lego, ever. So some of the ships were fun, and I do like getting the... I think these can be... I'm going to group those together because I'm going to do call-outs for those. Let's put you back down in here. Yeah. Yeah, as much as I like just the ships those early Droideka things were just really rad. The pit droids and the battle droids were also cool in their own right, but I only got like another half hour in the stream, so we hit 60 subs today. Congratulations. It's a slog. I wish you the best. Everybody go subscribe to Most Marvelous Mocks. The hardest to design in... Okay, cheers. Thanks for coming by. I hope I answered your question. Alright, what did I do here? I think I'm deciding that I would rather do this. Maybe I want to do these bits first. No, I'll do that. Oh, you know what I should do? Yeah, that's what I should do. This is an interesting song. I don't know that I can like it. I hope you can come back too. If not, have a wonderful evening. I will be back on Sunday. I'm hoping... Oh, and thanks for the subscribe. Appreciate that. New subscriber. Marvelous Mocks. I'm also keeping an eye on the football score. Austin FC, AFC's playing Seattle. I'm suddenly a soccer fan. I'm not suddenly a soccer fan. I've been a soccer fan for a while. Okay, so now I got that. Now I can do all three of these. So here's another instance where we're going to group one. And then we're going to delete these guys. And then we're going to copy that one over here. And then we're going to paste it. Because I'm going to do 3 callouts times 3. And then we're going to take all 3 of these and move them up here. Bingo, bango, bongo. You too, cheers. We'll talk to you soon. I'm just going to do both of these and I'll do a little... Music is giving me life right now. Alright, so I think these are the exact same. I could do these in groups as well. And then do this over here and delete that and do, where's my group? Copy, paste, boop, 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 boop. Okay, excellent. Almost done, and then we can start on another. Uh-oh, got a conflict over here. What's going on? Then we can start on another model after this. All right, so that's all done. All the thrusters are good. These I'll have to do instructions for in the page design. Kodiak's favorite thing, the page design. Not the page design, the step designer. All right, so then that, put these 3 over here, those 3 over here. Well, why don't I just do it like this? All right, and then that one. Cool. Save your work. The idea is sailboat. I didn't even know there was a sailboat. God, I feel so... Does it seem like they just put out a lot of stuff this year? Is it just me? Because I feel like I've been able to keep up with it this year more than I have in the past, 30, 40 years. But, you know, you become a grown up and you get your own place and you're like, well, I got some extra income. I'm going to buy some Lego. But then it's like the last year I've been like, stop. Just, God, it's like a $200 set every 2 weeks. It's one of those promo idea things. Let me look this up because I don't know. Lego ideas, sailboat. Well, that doesn't look that big. Oh, this is a... Wait a minute. Rumored for August. Okay. You need to spend $200 and then you get this. Oh. Okay. I'm going to spend $200 easy. I don't even know if I'm going to get the gunship, but between the light cruiser, the Trexler Marauder, trying to remember what else I'm going to get. It's going to be $200. The other thing is it $200 before or after I cash in my VIP points? All right. That'd be fun. All right, so the main stuff is done. Crazy pants. Go to instructions. Now this is the part where I just fly through it and just make sure everything attaches. Doesn't seem like there's any missing steps or extra steps. Like that could be one step, probably. Yeah, those are call outs. So the cool thing about having the exact same model here is when I do that, it copies the steps too, so I only have to do that one time. Yeah, I've got... Oh, you've got... Jesus, how many points is that? Is that like... It's like 20,000 VIP points or something? No, that's fine. All right, so... Wow. Yeah, I've been building up for something like this so I don't end up spending $300. I only end up spending like $100 or something like that, so I'm with you. I don't forget because I'm always using them, but what'll happen is I don't use them until I go into the store. Like, I don't use them online. But I just buy everything online usually, and it just builds up. And then the one time I go into the store for like a promotion, they're like, do you want to use $50? And I'm like, oh yeah, I totally want to do that. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, now that should... Yep. Brilliant. And that should be for this one as well. Yup, brilliant. And that, and that. Good, okay. Page design. This is the fun part. Oh, I need to do a... Do I have time to do that? Sure, why not? So this is the other part of the process, is I always forget to do a splash page beforehand. So I'm going to do a splash page real quick. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that I that I didn't decide to go to what's its nuts? Brick Rodeo this year. But I had to kind of pick. All right, where do I store these again? Instructions. Is it in here or is it in the... There we go. So I've got a splash page. And Silver Angel. So get rid of this one. Hopefully I've got it kind of cookie cuttered. So this shouldn't take too long, but welcome to how the sausage gets made. Everything happens for a reason. Yes, yes, yes. So then, delete that layer. And this is the, nope. Oh, you know what? You're kidding me. I don't have that. I don't have that font. All right, well, let me, no, discard changes. I'm gonna see if I can. What is that font? It's not standard. I really thought I had this font here on this computer. I'll do this part later because I think it's on my other laptop and I don't want to F with it right now. So, all right, global style. Usually color this kind of bluish, light bluish, because that's what the rendering, I don't know if you could tell, the render is kind of that color. So we'll do that. And again, we're just going to fly through and change where change is needed. And this is going to be custom, 30 degrees. And then we're going to change this back to the regular, oh no, that one. And then that, and then that, and then that. And then that. That's all fine. That's all fine. That's all fine. All right, music. So here's where you do convert to call out. I don't like that there's an arrow and then an arrow, but I don't think I can do anything about that. Okay, so next page. Don't know why that's not staying centered now. This can also be a call out. I have to change this one to be because and then insert a flip. And then move this over here. This over here. It's okay if it overlaps it a little bit, that's fine. Don't really care. And then we come back over here and then flip it back. Flip, flip, rotate, rotate. Right. So then those guys, and then this is never going to stay centered. Oh, wait. Yeah. Rotate. Okay, that one can be its own thing. Then this is going to be a call out. Yeah, the process is kind of fun if you're like into knowing how it kind of gets done. The thing that makes me giggle a little bit is on Facebook. There's another group called like studio designers or something like that. People doing this kind of stuff, and it's usually like people reporting bugs or asking for help getting something done a certain way. But being part of that and doing this, when people post in regular groups, just regular Lego groups, about like, look at this weird instruction that I found where it's clearly a 3-stud plate instead of a 4-stud plate, or this little bit is in here before it actually says it's supposed to be added. And I'm like, yeah, because this isn't done by like a robot. This is actually human beings doing stuff like this. So it's just kind of fun. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so then this should be times, see how it's supposed to, times 2. I don't like how this, should go better there. It keeps wanting to put it in that little, just doesn't look good. And then I want another times 2 in here. So let's go back and see if we can copy this. I don't think it'll let you copy it. I think you have to make your own. Yeah. So text times 2. And make it bigger. 30 times 2. Cool. And then I'm gonna rotate this back around, swing it back around. And see if we can get 1, 2, 3. Where's the third one? I can't really reach it. There's another one in here. I know where it is. Is that it? Six. Okay, and then that's it, and we're done. So then at the end, I will do a insert page after, and then insert bill of materials. And usually I will try to make this a little bigger. No. So it fills up a little more room on the back, because then we're gonna put a figure over here. So, go to Lego, go to Bricklink. Oh, you know what? There is no figure. There's no figure for these girls yet. I just realized that. And I don't think there's gonna be either. Not for a while. So what I usually do is I'll insert an image of the figures. So I've been going through and, you know, whatever sets that I need, I'll go collect the figure. And then I'll put the, you know, say suggested minifigure, this one. And so, you know, they can, if they want to do a stormtrooper instead of a sand trooper, or if they want to do a different pilot or something like that, you do whatever you want. That's the one I suggest goes with it. But because this is one that I built, and you can see this isn't, there's no hair for Trace like that. So that's going to be, I haven't done this yet where the suggested minifigure is one that I made up, you know. I'd have to go through because the one that I built in the system, do exit. The one that I built with it originally was like the torso didn't come in that color, and the arms didn't come in that color, and the hair wasn't right, and the flesh color wasn't right. So it's, I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but that's the ship. And somebody actually said, I want to build this ship. And I'm like, where are you getting a custom Martez figure? The sisters, are you getting both of them? Anyway, so, I mean, we're done with that. It took an hour. I thought it was going to take a little less time than that, but so go ahead and save this. The next instruction, so this will go up on Rebrickable, and then the next instructions will be the justifier, and then there was a guy on our Microfighter. There's a Facebook group called the Microfightin' AFOLs, who is trying to build this. Now this is a really weird, first of all, it's way too big. 130 pieces, that's just too big. I think I might come back and like shore this up a bit. Like this doesn't need to be this long, and I can, you know, take some of these plates off and stuff and whatever. It's a really weird ship, X-83 Twin Tail from Legends. This is when I was looking for any and all starfighters that I could, and this was just one that came up in Legends. So it's just this weird ship. I don't know, you know, I don't even remember where it would come up. I forget what, if it was a game or if it was just, it looks like it was probably maybe Rogue Squadron or something. Don't know. It's in the miniatures game now too, so I mean, you can collect it. Anyway, he's trying to build this one and there's no instructions for it, so I told him I would try to do instructions for it. But it's also kind of an unwieldy giant. I think I could trim this up a little bit. This also is so old. Like this, how old is this file? Studio files, X. Yeah, this is one of the first ones I made. So it's a little old. And since then, some newer parts have come out, so I could probably get away with, you know, replacing, I don't know, some of these maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it all looks like it probably works okay. It's just kind of big. A lot of clips and stuff in here. I don't know. So yeah, I'll work on that too. Instructions for that. If it's 130 pieces, it's 130 pieces. I don't care. But that's Cade Skywalker, which is just a weird, I don't know. It's a Legends thing. Go look it up. So that's it for now. Thanks for being here. I think Sunday I might get, I don't know if I'm going to get any pieces by then. I might get the Seinfeld set by Sunday, but I really doubt it. If I do, we'll build that. If not, we'll just do some more of this. And yeah, we'll see what goes from there. So thanks for everybody for stopping by, including the Candace person from earlier. No harm, no foul. It's Twitch. I get some eyeballs. And I'll see you guys on Sunday morning. Have a good night, and we'll see you. Bye.